Hi everyone, my name is Christian and I work as a researcher at the University of Tokyo. Today I present to you our paper entitled Interactive Explanations, Diagnosis and Repair of Reinforcement Learning-Based Agent Behaviors. Okay, let's start with the introduction. The motivation behind our project is making AI models more accessible and easy to fix or personalize through human-computer interaction techniques. So, what are we doing? What we present is a novel interaction method that uses interactive explanations using templates of natural language as a two-way communication method. Like in this example, that we have one way of communication is from the bot to the user through this type of explanations with drop-down menus that users can adapt or modify to provide feedback to the bot to try to fix bugs or personalize its behavior. So, and how are we doing it? The output is the thinking procedure of the RLA's bot, and then input is the edited explanations by the users that bias the exploration process of the bot. And with this, the bot relearns like how to solve a very specific and small problem. And with that, what we get is a policy patch. This policy patch is like a specialized policy that is good at solving this specific problem. And then we integrate this patch to the global policy in the correct states according to the explanation of the human user. Like in this example, like only when an enemy is on the right, try to kill the enemy, not try to avoid it. In this way, we can have fast interaction cycles, which are essential for a good interaction. How we create interactive explanations. This is our framework. Here we can see the human user, and the interaction is through this kind of interface, like I showed before. And the environment is Super Mario Brothers, and our agent that users can interact with, like modify its behavior or playstyle, is an RL based agent that plays as Mario. And then we have the two main modules for creating the explanations. First, we have the explanation module, and then we also use this to update or provide data to the policy patch module, which generates the policy patches. Now, let me detail explanation module. Here I'm presenting to you what we need to create the explanations. So in the first one, the environment analysis, we present the most relevant variables and its values in the current state that the bot is considering to make a decision. Like in our example, like because the enemy is in front of me, I will jump to avoid it. So this part of the explanation is like because the enemy is in front. Then the next one is an uncertainty analysis. In this one, we present again the natural language templates, environment dynamics to negative states. That is that we present the probability of Mario going to a negative state, that in this case is like dying, for example hitting an enemy. And then the next one is a short-term goal. So we present to users the goal that the agent is trying to achieve, and we do it at two different time scales. The first one is like at a given frame. So the game runs at 30 frames per second, and we present just the goal that is pursuing like for the next frame. And at a higher time scale, like 2 seconds, we present the goal that the engine is trying to achieve in the next 2 seconds. Then the last one is the contrasting outcomes. What we do is that we contrast the outcomes between the different actions that the bot can take. In this way, we can better understand why the bot prefers one action over the other. Now let me explain how we fix the behaviors using the feedback from users. Since we can provide the same information that the bot uses to explain its thinking procedure, the first thing we do is like create a limited space for training that fits the specifications of the environment analysis, which means that according to the feedback, we take which variables are the most important to define a given state. And also this information is important for later, knowing where we should apply the policy patch, like in which states in the environment. Then the next one, we have the bias. We bias the exploration process according to the short-term goal and the proposed action. So the goal, what happens here is that the bot tries to achieve the given goal by the user, and it tries to solve or achieve this goal by following or trying the action that the user is proposing. And the last one, we also incorporate reward shaping, and it's used to update the reward function so the bot only receives a reward when it reaches the proposed short-term goal. Now the last step is how we integrate the policy patches. As you can see here, the output of the patch policy module is a policy and a value function. This policy is very specialized at solving a specific problem in a very small subset of states of the environment. We integrate this knowledge to the main or global policy and value function by taking into consideration the variables and their values that the user thinks are the most important to define a given state. Like in this example, like because enemy is on the right, so in this case, for this particular example, we will be considering the variables, there is an enemy and it's on the right. So we apply the policy in all the states that are defined by the same variables and values. Now we have here the interface. On top we have the game. Then we have a timeline that allows us to go to any frame in the timeline. Then we have controls that we can use to pause, make the game run slower, go back a few frames, start the game. And we also present information about like the next action the bot is performing. In this case is do nothing. And then we can select here different types of why questions, so we can receive different contrasting outcomes in the explanation. And the ask button, once we press the ask button, we get this kind of explanations like in this window below. And then we start with the most important variables to define the state, that in this case is the distance to the enemy. And then we present the uncertainty analysis that is certain that is safe performing action, do nothing. Then next we have the contrasting outcomes. So we have a better idea on why Mario is choosing a given action over others. And finally, we present the goal that the bot is trying to achieve in the 2-second time scale. So in this example, we have therefore my plan is taking action, do nothing, to achieve goal, make progress in X. Users can modify any of these drop-down menus to choose different variables or values. Also here, proposing different actions to perform and a short-term goal. Once they finish with all the modifications, users press the button Submit Fix, and the bot starts retraining until it finds a new policy and it's applied or to the global policy or integrated into the global policy. And now I will present to you a demo of our system. Okay, this is our system. I will play this video at 2x for brevity. So let's start. We start the game and we can see that there Mario has a bug that makes it run into enemies. So we pause the game. We go to, this is important, we found also in that this is very important to find like the correct or just like the perfect frame in which Mario is making a mistake. So we found that, we pause the game and we make a why didn't question. In this case we select an action to contrast the results and we get this type of explanation. So here I am changing the most important variables because that I consider are the best for defining this state. Also I'm proposing a new action and a different goal to achieve. The system is computing the policy patches is applied, and then we can see the new behavior. Now in this case what I want to do is make Mario try to collect more coins, like just change its playstyle. So I explain what is important to define this state, that having coins on top of his head is important. I propose the action jumping to the right and the goal of getting coins. And the system is computing the policy. You can see how the behavior changes and now Mario jumps more to collect coins. Now in this one what I want to do is to change the behavior of Mario, so when it sees an enemy from behind, Mario tries to kill it. I make a why didn't questions, against jump left. I see that the variables that define this state are good because it's saying that there is an enemy nearby behind Mario. So the only thing I do is proposing a new action and short-term goal, and I submit the fix. It's done. Let's see, and you can see how the behavior changed. Now this one is a bug that just Mario just doesn't know what to do to continue. Just an infinite loop of Mario jumping like that. So again, I make a why didn't question. Why you didn't fast jump right? And I think the variables that are defining this state are correct. So I only change the action and I submit a fix. In this case, after trying to achieve the goal for a given for a few times, Mario couldn't achieve the goal, so that's why we have this message: we couldn't achieve the proposed goal. So in this case, what I'm gonna do is changing to a different goal. I just advance, like make some progress instead of trying to kill the enemy. That might be too difficult. And in this case, it found a policy and it passed. Now we can go back and see the new policy of Mario that includes all the patches so far. Okay, now after that demo, I present to you the user study. We had 13 participants that are not experts in RL, and their task was fixing and personalizing the behavior of our bot using our editable explanation system. Now the results. Users found that our system is natural to use and effective at fixing the bot's behavior. We got pretty interesting behaviors. They were able to solve very specific errors that the bot made. The type of behavior that we got from the users, like we couldn't achieve that kind of behavior just using reward shaping, for example. And another positive result is that most users were able to fix all the bugs that were caused by either an unexact transition model or imprecisions or uncertainty in the model. And the other one is misspecified reward functions. To be able to categorize the type of bugs, we run experiments using reward shaping, and some of the problems or these bugs we were able to fix them using reward shaping. So we assume that these problems were caused by misspecified reward function, but for the rest of them we couldn't solve them. So we categorize them as problems that stem from an unexact transition model. And with our system, we were able to solve both of these type of bugs. And about interaction preferences, most users prefer adapting just the best action and the goal of the bot. Like for many of them, that was just enough to get the behaviors they wanted, but only if what the bot was thinking or the specification of the state of the bot was correct, that worked. But sometimes that wasn't the case. So for example, maybe the bot takes a decision just because there is a coin in top of them. Because of that, it takes the wrong action and dies. So that's why around 42% of users also prefer adapting the environment variables. Lastly, we have that only one user considered that the contrasting outcomes as the most useful part of the explanations. We have reached the conclusions. The main conclusion is that we found that our editable explanation framework is effective at providing clear explanations that facilitate users to patch the behavior or correct different types of bugs with fast interaction cycles. That's it. Thank you very much.